Hello. Hi guys, welcome to the stream. It wouldn't be a Nick Walsh TV premiere if the mic wasn't muted to begin with. Let's start from the beginning. Hi guys, welcome to Nick Walsh TV. We are live once again. I don't know why that was broken, but it's fixed now, hopefully. We are live once again here on the Nick Walsh TV channel, but we're in the new office. So all of this beautiful white background, this pristine office wall, that's going to be something else in the near future. Basically, guys, I don't know if you follow me on social media, but check me out on Nick Walsh TV on my Instagram. You guys can see a picture of what I'm working on at the moment. 2 monitors, the PC, got some lighting, got the mic, and you know, the usual setup. But the office is going to be sorted in a more professional manner in the near future. I'm speaking to some carpenters at the moment. It wouldn't be a Nick Walsh TV stream, guys, if there wasn't a muted issue to begin our first stream back in the office. But yeah, we're gonna try and play some spins today, and we're gonna have a little session. Now, I don't know why this would happen as a result of the move. Everything seems to be functioning as usual. However, I can't get my graph up. My hand to note is not opening. It's just stuck on loading, unfortunately. I'm not really sure how to resolve. I might have to rebuild that database, but we don't have any graphs today to start with. But if you guys want to look at any graphs, you can take a look at previous streams and go from there and get the idea. We're going to play some $25 spin and goes today. Let's get across and get that started. Let me know what you guys think of the new setup. Obviously, there's going to be art and stuff. It should look a lot like the old setup as well from your perspective, but I think probably this room needs some sound treating. Because it is a little bit echoey to my ear, which will be resolved once I have some furniture in here. It will be resolved once I actually get some soundproofing, but let me know if the volume and everything is fine. The mic is actually further away from me than I'm used to as well, but yeah, we persist, guys. Let's get into the session. Let's see what we can do over here. All right. Watch your own VOD and read the lips for us, Nick. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't get much more classic than that, does it? It needs an oversized calendar. We can work on that, yeah. And it needs to say 2023 as well. All right, at least we got the day right. It is Thursday after all. So let's get into some games and let's see if we can't do some damage. So this is all foreign to me, guys. This is a new layout for me. Different configuration with the monitors and stuff. Everything's very low down, and I'm kind of looking at spots, you know, where I think stuff is, but it's all in different places, if that makes sense, on my desktop. Start with 100. Okay, cool. Let's see what we can do. So like I don't really know like where my eyes are looking, because usually my eyes are looking around the place where the camera is, because I used to have the monitors slightly overlapped. But where the current setup is running, they're sort of equilateral. I know, I don't know what's going on with the graph. I'm trying to fire up hand to note, but it's not running for me, which is really tilting. It's a really tilting way to start our first session here, but. Hello, John Edwards. Welcome. Smoking Branch. Hello. Hello, Tom. Hello, Raksha. Hello, APK. Hello, John. I think Demo was up there as well. What's up, Demo? All right. Poker. How do we play poker again? Happy first new home stream. Thank you. Does feel good to be set up in the new spot a little bit more. We're not all the way moved in yet, but we're working on it. There's no shots, I know, guys. I don't know what's going on. All right, feels like a pretty obvious call to me. King 10 in position feels pretty good, right? And on this texture, let's keep it calling here. Let's see if we can do it this way. Nice little value bet on the turn there. Feels good. Not the run out we're looking for, though, is it? Zephyr, thank you for the good lucks. House/stream warming party. Yeah, kind of. Spirits in the freezer, one in the fridge. I mean, yeah. Any other day. How does the audio sound though, guys? I think this mic will do a pretty good job of isolating the voice. It's not when I first sort of came in here, it was really echoey, but with some equipment in here, it's not so bad. Let me know if you can hear the computer at all as well. It's 100 Hz, 120 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 The PC is already very quiet as it is. It's well ventilated, but sometimes when it revs up, you can hear it go. Tom is confirmed tall as well. He's a tall guy. Only met him the one time. Nice. Good check on the river there. I don't think he's going to fold a jack. Blinds are up now. I can't believe you were taller than Arlie. He isn't short. No, Arlie is not a short guy, for sure. I'm the oversized teddy bear. Can we get Jack High to showdown? Jack High for the win? No, it doesn't feel right. So I think what might be happening is Hansenode is now paid. And I think maybe that's why they've locked us out, because it was on a free trial for a little while. They were doing like a beta situation. Let me download the new one. Take a check on this flop. Should we be sneaky with the pair and the flush draw? Nice, getting rewarded here is cool. Raising is fine. I think calling is also kind of cool. Three on the river. Come on, where's the hero call? Looks like the flat was probably nice. Nick was taller than I expected when I met him. Yeah, that's quite common. It's the same with me and Spraggy, but me and people, everyone always sees Spraggy and I sitting down at our desks doing our streams. And then quite often they are shocked when they meet us face to face. So betting here seems fine. 1/4 seems fine. We are probably going to want to put 2 barrels in here. I think this is kind of part of our strategy that we like. On this board, why don't we actually do something more like this, though? And then potentially a triple. I mean, we've got a pretty good blocker to do this, right? Blocking clubs, blocking flushes. Should we just max pressure? Wish me luck. I think a 9 probably can hear a call. But otherwise, it's going to be a pretty high pressure situation, even with a 9. So ace-5 of spades here. Probably doing a mix of things. At this stack depth, we can probably raise none all in if we want. Shoving also feels totally cool. I guess your free trial runs out when you move places. Could be, Tom, yeah. All right, we're going to limp the queen-jack suited. Now, against this guy, I'm not sure if we want to limp call the shove. Technically, this is always going to be a limp call from a GTO perspective, but obviously we're not necessarily playing a GTO opponent. On this board, though, I feel confident we have the best hand against most opponent types, so we'll just fire flop. We're getting action from diamonds, from the deuce, from the queen that we have out-kicked. Our opponents will very rarely have an ace at that stack depth once there's been a limp and a check. Should we flop a gutter ball? That's it. He's min-raised off of a relatively short stack, which I think also can sort of stray towards quite a lot of strength against most opponents. Steve O'Dwyer is also sneaky tall, true. This is definitely going to be a trap, guys. Just limp this one. We'll call a shove if we need to. This is a pretty good flopper. I'm going to go ahead and actually size up here as an exploit. I don't anticipate this player being particularly scared of calling for the larger sizing. On the turn now, I think something like this is going to be fine. 5, that'll put us up to 10. Sure, why not? Steve O'Dwyer wasn't just there. He got down to the final 2 tables, I think. Maybe the final 3. Yeah, I don't think Philly is high up on Steve O'Dwyer's list of places to be. Could be wrong. Could be wrong. Don't want to put words in Steve's mouth. I think I've only ever met Steve O'Dwyer like maybe twice, like in passing, and then once we actually sat and had a beer with Mr. Joe Stapleton. This also isn't my usual desk chair either, guys. Ugh! So I feel like I'm sitting like extra straight, which is probably good for my back. This actually might be an interesting combo to do something like this. We probably get away with this way more often than we should. On the turn, we're just going to give it up without any improvers. No. Nope. We had a plan. Plan didn't work out. Plan worked out. With a gut shot here. Probably we can get away with some stuff here. Maybe just the 1 big blind lead. We can get better hands to fold there for the 1 big blind. That's kind of nice. All right, can we close it out now? King 4 can just be a shove here. Against this guy, I'm going to play a slightly different style. Going to see if we can't negotiate a little bit more EV than average. So again, against a reg, limp calling a jam there with Jack 9 of spades, probably quite standard. Against this player, though, again, I'm not seeing as much aggression, so we're going to slightly over-adjust. We could have the wrong end of the stick completely, but we can only go based on the information that we have at the time, right? Ace 5 does need to be a call here if there's a shove. I think this is probably a bit too good to fold at 10 effective, guys. What do you think? Wish me luck. Looks like our kind of anticipation, kind of our assessment is probably fine here, but, you know, Ace 5 is getting pretty strong there at 10 effective just to fold outright. Chop it up? Okay. Hello, Pokebras. Makita Bajakovsky also somehow happened upon a karaoke bar I was working in. Was that when you were in Amsterdam? Oh, I missed the comment above. Yeah, sounds about right. He's quite friendly, just a bit intimidating to approach at first. Yeah, definitely a really friendly guy. Come on, jackpot. Please check river. I think maybe there's a chance we're supposed to lead the top pair on that flop. It's a bit annoying, really. Queen 9's a good hand to double. All right, we are definitely not out of this game just yet. I think that's a fold. King 5 definitely needs to be a call here. We will eventually have the best hand, huh? Law of averages. No good on our first game there. All right, cool. Let's fire another bullets. We have a chest open as well. Nice. Another opportunity for a big score. We have top pair. So with this run out, I think probably check calling the river is better. Like they will have ace highs where they have got like sort of a gut shot and 2 overcards. I think I'm calling this river shove. This is, it'd be weird. I mean, they could have like an ace queen of spades or something, I guess. It feels like we're going to be winning too often to fold though. Wish me luck. Yeah. All right, let's limp the 4s. Probably just take a check on this flop. Gut shot on the turn is something. I still think we're checking. Like they'll still have a 5 or a 6 once in a while. Ace 10 of hearts didn't want to do anything there pre. That is unusual. That is very, very unusual. What's up, Sigma? Good to see you. Definitely need to call the turn. Probably not the best like bluff catch combo. We really like them to have like straight draw with a 9 or spade. Probably on balance is fine just to call turn fold river. What's going on, Sigma? Good to see you. I still have the tweet, but no photo. He's saying Lincoln Park in the end with his friends. One day, bros, we need to go back to your old haunt. That sounds really cool. If it's the kind of karaoke bar that Steve O'Dwyer turns up at, I think it's probably a really good one. I should have led with if it's the kind of karaoke bar that Poker Bras runs, then it should be a good one. But I guess that's not where we started. All right, we're probably good to bet this. We have a pretty good kicker with our second pair. We can probably call a raise as well if we want. I think checking second pair there is probably not the end of the world though. We probably just want to do it with some of our weaker combos in general. Pair of 6. I will probably call a river bet here. The queen isn't a great card, but it is a card that people might try and rep once in a while. And we can bluff catch with the 6 like that. Bit weird that they wouldn't just use that hand as a bluff on previous streets, but we've already seen them playing some more unusual lines in general, right? So with this combo, I'm going to go ahead and play this as a oversized ISO against this player. 3 is not the usual size that we use here, but people do tend to limp over fold, and what we're trying to do is trying to inspire as many folds as possible in that situation, right? Against a player that's unbalanced with their limping range, we can afford to expose more to get max folds. And obviously an easy call here. Wish me luck, guys. It's our turn to have a dominating hand. Woo! that was a very clean hundo. That was a very clean hundo. I will take that. So I'm trying to install the new hand to note, guys, and hopefully I'll just be able to restore whatever the hell was happening before, because I would hate to lose that database. I haven't completely lost it. I will be able to restore it from old hand histories or whatever. We got Freak here. Mr. Senor Freaks. Anyway. Oh, I guess I should probably close that first. That would make more sense, wouldn't it? Oh, okay. That's the problem. I see what's going on here. Didn't you come with us when we were there at TwitchCon? I know Pieface and Drift and others. So I only went to TwitchCon Berlin, I think, bros. Almost forgot. Met a kid at my table who knows you as well. What, me? Was this at the live event? Okay. Hand to note. Let's go. Please log in at hand to note. Okay, I'm supposed to log in first, huh? Sign in with Google. King 9, sure, that's a nice hand. Against the one big blind, we still need to float here for sure. Turning 2 pair, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Turning 2 pair, is this a good thing or a bad thing? This guy is such a reg. This guy is such a reg. They're gonna do this when we don't check raise this flop. They're gonna do this really aggressively because I think a reg anticipates that we check raise this board with most of our queens. So I am tempted to call here, guys. We might have it wrong, but I'm gonna go with my gut. Nice hand, 10s. It's also a good way to play 10s under the same circumstances. All right, let's fire our next game. Turning a 9 turns out was not a good thing. Oh, this is the new hand to notes. Import from database. Oh, maybe this is just gonna work, you guys. The updated hand to note looks pretty spicy, not gonna lie. Can you guys hear the computer fan? Yes, you. That's good to know. I'm glad somebody knows who I am. Building statistics for 285,944 hands. Goodness gracious me. Okay, it looks like it's okay. Yeah, I think that just worked. Good for you. Hand to notes. I think this is probably accurate as well. Okay, if I open custom filter, regular spins, apply, open. Oh, it's not gonna let me do it until I have the paid version. Okay, that's fine. Okay, purchase. Oops. That's not what I meant to do. Alright, we're gonna buy this with I can't buy it with MasterCard. Oh, that's the one. Okay, cool. Company expense. pretty exciting. Actually knows what's up. All right, let's try and find an ISO here. That's funny, bras. Have a little patience. Okay, let's try that again. Show updated hands to note. Also can hear the PC fan pretty loudly. Okay, that's fine. We can fix that. This is the first day. This is the first day since we've burned the new office, so we will have a better solution moving forward. Floating with queen high seems pretty reasonable. And a gut shot. Should we check again? Doesn't seem like he's that interested on the turn. I think we can put in a trap here. Okay, so how do I activate this now? Please restart hand to note. Alright, cool, let's try that again. Alright. I guess I need to uninstall the old one. The new one seems a lot faster. I think they've cleaned up a lot of stuff. Alright, we have Pro until the 24th of April. Let's go. Filter, filter, filter. Why is this not working? My filters are broken on the new one. It's annoying. Alright, I gotta basically make the new filter, guys. 1 second. Gotta find a conversation I had with a friend on how to do that. Looking for... Here it is. Filter, details. Here it is. 14499511501. Kings are a good hand. Let's go. Okay, we'll put this one into the shove. Fairly standard, heads up there. Queen 6 now. Let's have a limp with this one. Session, all time. Oh, this is so much better. They've definitely upgraded this. General, this should be fine. Okay, cool. So custom filter. Save as, overrule this, save, yes, open, regular, open, apply. All right, that works. All right, we're still calling. Beautiful. Units. Oh, this is nice, yeah. Hands, units, and chips. Beautiful. All right, that was relatively painless. Now when it's not processing, can't hear the PC fan. Yeah, that's what it's like, I think. Thank you for the update though, Cully. I appreciate that. Over there on YouTube. Yeah, I mean, like it's a work. This is just the momentary. This is just the interim setup. Nice, getting value on that river feels good. We'll take a look at the graph in just a mo, guys. What's up, Curtis? Maximize. So turn off points of interest. There we go, that's better. And all in and a call for the 75 bucks. Good start. Bad turn. Good river. All right. Okay, so let me get this lined up for you guys. It's going to be all a bit out of alignment here than the usual. Studio. Sorry, guys. Here we go. This big for you guys. So I have just paid for the new hand to note. It's going to look similar, but there's definitely been some upgrades. And this is what it looks like over here. All right, hand to Noticus here. We're making progress. So I need to double check what the exact breakdown is, but I'm pretty sure this is the accurate graph. And then if we filter specifically for, why is that? I feel like the thing is wrong. Anyway, if we filter specifically for session this year, that looks about right. I think this is where we left off, guys. This seems like it's probably accurate. But we're getting there. Yeah, this is the progress. But we have graphs. Graphs are back. That makes sense. I think it was something to do with the new upgrade. So one sec. I'm gonna install. Let me see. I probably have two on here now, don't I? Yeah, hand to note 4. I can get the rest from there. It's fine. Yeah. Install. But it looks like the database actually just came straight across. That's pretty cool. I mean, as you'd expect, that's how it should work, really, in the grand scheme of things. But hopefully this will make it easier to... It's lightning fast compared to the old one, and the old one was pretty fast. Anyway, let's play some poker. Actually, before we do that, guys, let's do this as well. Okay, so really quick, let's open up here. Got a silver chest here. Should be a set value of 120? 40? Okay. It's a sad story. I guess the golds are 120. All right, next game. We've managed to win a few bucks so far today. I'll take a look at the old settings in a moment, guys, so I make sure I'm filtering that right, but it looks identical to the old one, so it makes sense. Lighter Maximo, what's up? Good luck for the session. Congrats for the new office. Totally white. Why? So this isn't by design. This is just what the office looks like. I don't think this was an office before. It was kind of like a spare room. Oh, this is working now as well. Lovely. Really, really nice. Okay, cool. Oops. Okay, so Jack 6 of clubs. Let's do a steal here. That red line is pathetic. Thank you, Krugs. Appreciate it. Always a pleasure, buddy. How you doing? Hello, fandoms. Fandoms, what did you win, dude? Give us the deets, man. Am I planning on winning today? Yes, that's the plan. Aaron, good to see you. This doofus. I gotta fix all my settings now over here, guys. There's a bunch of stuff that needs changing in this new one. Because it looks like it's a completely new client, basically. Didn't even ask to replace the old one, but it did save the database, which is nice. King, queen, beautiful. What are we waging for dry May? I'm still downtown. I'm basically already started. I'm definitely in for that, mate, still. You bet turn? Okay, doofus. Okay, you doofus. I've been using Poker Tracker for years. I quit poker, and when I set it up again, my old product code from 2010 still worked. His hands, that much better. I personally really like it. I personally really like it. Is it that much better? I don't know, but also, I'm pretty sure Poker Tracker has an annual subscription model now as well. Like you should be able to get into your same product, but I was paying a subscription for it, Poker Tracker, when I quit it as well recently. I mean, in the last couple of years, I suppose. Yeah, so me and Tom and Uncle Curtis have agreed that we're doing Dry May. But yeah, this is not the desk we're going to be using. I'm going to have a new desk built. I'm going to get soundproofing in here. I have to mount my PC somewhere. And I might put some soundproofing in there as well. Probably this makes sense as a call. Winning flips is easy. Just like that. Ooh, that's not accurate. File, All right, where am I saving these hands? Okay, so saving this in app data local. This also works, stupid. There we go. That is very fast. That is actually really impressive. So I don't know, in response to your question, is it that much better? I would say that the actual management of the database is much better. I prefer how it's laid out. I feel like it's more intuitive. I know people that have built HUDs using the same software, and they said that it's really good for that. And I've seen some of that, and it looks really good. I am planning on actually trying out the Team Boss HUD. Not because it's something that I really rely on when I'm playing much at all, but just because I'd like to sort of see what they've done with it, because I think they're really good at that kind of thing. And having this is useful for that, and importing that kind of stuff is much easier. In the past, when I've used Poker Tracker and also Hold'em Manager, like over time the database becomes really, really janky to the point where you have to rebuild the whole thing, and then the rebuild takes forever. Hold'em Manager started out as a subscription. I think Poker Tracker switched to it after. It did actually move to it after. I'm going to try and catch a bluff on the river here with the 7 of hearts. I expect him to bet this river very aggressively with pretty much everything. I haven't had to pay anything, maybe the old code. It might be because it's an old sub or something, I don't know, but like is it functioning as usual, Jakers? Is it just working like and it's like importing? What's up, Matt? Good to see you. Pull this out of here. This is annoying. Okay, this doesn't have to be so wide now. Ten deuce just goes in the bin here. Let me see what my Hold'em Manager says when I open it up. Hold'em Manager might be fine still. I don't know. All right, we get the money in good here. Nice. Let's hold. I think you don't have to pay the support fee to keep using it. I don't know. This is something that I'm going to use. The part of the reason why I wanted to pay for this anyway is because the update. First of all, I like it and I want to support the project. Second of all, as I'm going to kick off my Spin and Go challenge, I want something that's really reliable, that looks nice, that I can obviously share results from, and I think this falls in that category. So for me, this really is a work expense. What I'm not understanding is why the auto import isn't working here. One sec. Because that worked just now. Okay, sorry, give me a sec. Okay, I'll have to play with this later on. All right. Anyway, next game. Yeah, it runs fine. I use importing while playing. HUD works fine, but yeah, you're right. It gets really slow. Now that I have a fair amount of hands. Yeah, like I don't know. I haven't really given it much thought. I just like the cleaner appearance of this one. It's literally the first time in many years that I probably won't be stuck to my PC due to Scoop. Yeah, that makes sense. I understand what you're saying. Will Nick have a drink to celebrate Croak's birthday? That is the question. Good question. Yeah, enjoy that time off, Croaks. I know. I mean, I'm gonna be doing the opposite. I'm gonna be here for. I'm gonna be tied to my PC. What's up, Lawler? Good to see you. I will be here doing Scoop coverage myself. They charged me an annual fee for Hold'em Manager 3 not that long ago. As per request, they quickly refunded it. They're usually pretty good about that stuff. If they catch you like on a renew. My experience working with anybody like that, they're always like, it's cool, we get it. It happens all the time, and they've like refunded right away. There are so many like small like software organizations that would just be like, sorry, renewed, there's nothing we can do, it's in the contract. Curtis did agree. He's not drinking in May. The thing is, Tom, I'm glad that we agreed to do May, and obviously this was partially by design, but like having a few Guinness in Ireland, there was a couple nights where we partied. Like we weren't just having a few Guinness, but having a few Guinness in Ireland is obviously like a real treat, and it actually is part of like my personality, part of my life. I really enjoy drinking Guinness and playing poker and playing with the Irish. That's part of what I enjoy as a person. Doing May is easy because we're doing Scoop, so I'm going to be here doing loads of streaming. But then also, obviously, before that, we have MC as well. Monte Carlo, for me, is obviously a very cool stop, but it's also a stop where I think I really don't struggle to keep it profesh. I think the wildest party that we ever had in Monte Carlo was just one single night. And I don't actually want to say who was involved, but there were celebrities involved, really, really big time celebrities, and they were paying for everything at Cafe Sass or whatever it's called down the road, which is a classic post. Oh man, we'll probably just avoid this one if we want. Cafe Sass, classic post players party haunts for those that have been before. I opened Hold'em Manager 3. It looks like it's importing. I think I've got 30k unimported hands. Let's see. Well, the thing is, Croaks, if you import your 30k unimported hands, the other thing about Hold'em Manager 3 is it like gobbles up all the hands. It like gobbles up all the hand history, so you can't like recover them for other. If you want to use those hands in another database or whatever, you have to actually download them again.
Was an expert at sub 25.
Thank you very much for the follow, J-Pod. How you doing? Welcome to the stream.
That's a voice.
Thank you, Wistern, for the raid. There was a raid as well. Appreciate it, Wizzy. Sorry, I didn't have my thing open. Welcome everybody from Wistern stream. How are you guys doing? Stranky with a different picture. Thank you, Wizzy, for the raid. 135 of you joining us. How you guys doing? Welcome to Nick Walsh TV. We're playing spins today. Let me know if you got any questions in the chat. Sorry guys, should have had that open already. Didn't see I've got my combined feed open at the moment. Does the Guinness taste different and nicer in Ireland? I actually do think it does. Many people will tell you that's just marketing, but I do think there is something to that conversation. Yes, I absolutely do. There are places here in Brighton where I can get a pint of Guinness that is delicious though. So it's not like the only place to have a Guinness, but I mean, to be fair, actually, at the airport, I went to the sort of official Guinness bar inside Dublin Airport, and it was probably the worst Guinness I had all trip. This is annoying. I don't really know what I'm supposed to do though. The thing is, we're so capped in this situation, they can just go mental on us on the turn. We got really nothing to do, and that's like if we improve. I'm not sure if I can, Raksha, because this is somebody who's internationally known, and I'm sure the person in question would have no problem with me mentioning it. But after the event, there was harsh words shared with staff and ambassadors alike about what they were allowed to say.
That's what you sound like.
May for me means I may be drinking myself to death. Perfect. Well, it's too late. You've already committed, mate. So join the club. Stranky. Okay, import config. Here we go. Oh, that's not it. Cancel.
Actually, if only there was someone that was an expert at sub 25 big blind.
Thank you very much for the new follow. That was uncool. Also, Dave Wazier. Appreciate the follows, guys. This is probably a bit too wide. That's probably fine, actually, with the short stack and the big blind. Can you confirm this? I mean, he definitely did. 100%. I mean, I'm pretty sure we've got it in... it was on stream. Curtis arrived, and he announced to the world, okay, whatever
actually,
it is you guys are doing on
if
him.
only there was someone that was
Max Hold'em, thank you very much for the follow.
Big blind, that's what you sound like. That's your voice.
Doesn't Hold'em Manager 3 save process hands? It does save process hands, but what I'm saying is that what it does is it gobbles up the hand histories. So like, if you wanted to process those in a different database, like they don't exist anymore unless you transfer them across from Hold'em Manager database, I think.
Actually,
can we get a deuce to
if
showdown?
There was someone that was an expert at sub 25 big blind.
Yo, stay fly. Thank you very much for the follow.
That's what you sound like. That's your voice.
Yeah, we got a deuce to showdown. Feels good. All right, so 8-9. We can start with a limp. Ooh, that's interesting. They got some really cool new features in here that I like a lot. Cool. This doesn't feel good. What's up, Dan? Hi, mate. How was the Irish Open? Irish Open is probably my favorite poker event of the year, man. It's so good. It's a party that's pretending to be a poker tournament, but is also probably one of the best poker tournaments in the world, or poker series. The events were great. It was very well organized for the most part. Some of these. Right, Crooks, yeah. Yes, it was amazing. It was very, very enjoyable. Oh man, this is such a shitty flop. Yeah. So, Dan, it was incredible. Got to see lots of friends, got to make some new ones, meet some new people as well. I think that as far as tournaments go, it's probably one of my favorite of the year. It's a party, it's a rave. You know, there's a lot going on, man. It's really, really good. Anyway, I think that was a pretty good game for us. At the end there, not really too much to be said. Next game, please. I need to restart this now. So the old... Oh, hello, 10X. Marcos Toga. All right, guys, we have notes, and we have a 10x multiplier to play for. This is for $250. I asked for my complete PA hand history to support. They told me that's not an option. I wonder if you just have to try again with someone else. Well, first of all, Tom, that should be an option. I'm pretty sure that they're supposed to be able to provide you with that at any time, because you might have to, theoretically speaking, you might like want those hand histories because you're investigating, you know, potential wrongdoing by others, or, you know, you need a record for whatever reason. I think you should be able to get a hold of those, no problem. If not, then I think probably try again. Second of all, Tom, as one of our power mods, you should be able to call in a favor and get that fixed. I think that should be totally fine. All right, so we've played our hands slowly here, which I believe is GTO. And now against a very well-known, probably world-famous spin and go player, one of the most famous spin and go players there is. We need to play it as though we are weak, because they're going to blast off on ace high textures very aggressively as bluffs. The queen is actually a really annoying card. When they check the turn, though, I think we're good to probably get away with something like this. Still get called by, like, queen 10. Lovely. Exactly, John. Don't they know who you are? Dan says, did you play many games, few cash tables maybe? So, Dan, basically, I said to myself I was going to go out there and I was going to play some tournaments. Obviously, I only had a few days to play before I started commentary on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I ended up playing 3 bullets. So I did 2 bullets in the 6 max, 1 bullet in the handed mob. I had a decent start to the handed mob. The 6 max didn't get going. And then this, by the time I busted the handed mob, I could have re-entered again, but it was like kind of quite late in the day and I decided against it. So then the rest of the trip was just cash. The cash games were, as always, incredible. Really, really, really good games. I made the mistake, however, of organizing cash games with all of my poker playing friends who are either people that I love punting off with or extremely good, like, world-class poker players. So we had a lot of fun playing poker together. Probably not the best business decision in terms of I'm going to maximize my profit at the Irish Open playing cash games. But on the final day of the event, that was on Monday night, I finished streaming relatively early. Like it went very late, but I think I did a couple shifts during the day, and then we had guests and Griffin and other people helping with stream at the very end. So while I was watching the final table action on my phone, I played a cash game with a couple friends on the Monday, and I managed to win back almost all three of the buy-ins. They were all 350s, so I managed to win back most of my tournament buy-ins. I think in the end I was still slightly down overall after, costs, as it were. Costs is a good way to describe it. Let's just do this. But yeah, overall it was good. On a different day, on a different week, in a different universe, that would have been a really profitable trip, but it ended up being close to break even for me overall. Which is nice because, when you play 3 tournaments and you break all 3 of them, it's rare that you're going to find yourself getting even, in a short space of time. Had I had more time, I would have liked to have played more cash, and in fact, probably could have just stuck to just cash throughout. That would have been a better financial decision for me overall. This is an easy fold now. Against the 1 shove, I think we probably still want to find some folds here. We would have had the nuts on the turn, unfortunately. But yeah, it was great, man. If you guys have never gone to the Irish Open, I highly recommend you do so because it is awesome. It is really, really good. Like I would much rather go to Irish Open than go to Monte Carlo, for example. Despite the fact Monte Carlo obviously is a very sexy, prestigious event. Okay, we're heads up for the 250. Let's take our time here. Let's stop talking shit.
Actually, if only there was someone that
Apocalypse, thank you very much for the follow.
An expert at sub 25 big blind.
Apocalypse John 2026. That's coming up pretty quick.
That's what you sound like. That's your voice.
So this one will be a steal. Based on the note that we have about this guy, like the note that we have about him isn't necessarily that this guy did something stupid. It's just something that's somewhat unconventional and maybe a little bit unbalanced. Let's see how the ace-9 goes here. Okay, we definitely want to have a lead now. Let's stick to the 60% here. And then we'll just do like this. What's up, Mose? What did you think of the Swede on the final table of the Irish? If I remember correctly, can you remind me of his name just so I'm definitely talking about the right guy? Because I will remember his name if you help me ring the bell here. So on this turn, I think we still need to call with the Queen Jack. We do have a gut shot and 2 overcards, but also he can have random 7s, he can have spades. I think it's just one of those, like Queen High has showdown without improving on this texture. For example. Okay, let's sneak one of these in here. Small continues fine for me. I think 2 barrels is pretty much mandatory. Big bluff in the 250, baby. Big bluff in the 250 feels absolutely awesome. Dan says, yeah, it's a great festival. I'd like to go again. Didn't even catch the streams this year. As a way, what was your Full Tilt alias years ago? Oh man, what was my Full Tilt alias? Good question. I'm sure I have a screenshot of it somewhere. Zephian, what's up? Good to see you. Good morning and good luck. Thank you. The rail was insane, Zephyr. That was probably the sickest rail that I've seen since EPT Barcelona 2022 with Flexinelli. Okay. Queen high for the win. Fair play, mate. Fair play. We did not improve on the turn. Now, if he bets the river, this is an interesting spot because probably within a range where he's going to have his aces played more aggressively. If he bets this river, I probably do find a hero call here. Limp pot at, yeah. Good luck. Hero call would have been accurate and spot on. Thank you very much. I mean, she supports Spurs, so it's justified. Oh dear. Not the football memes. What's up, I? I won't spam emotes on Stars Chat ever again. That's always a good place to start. Look at that turn here. I'm actually betting the turn for value. Poker Bros, I was never in that. I never went to that TwitchCon. All right, let's take a flop. Nice hand to start with. No, I only ever went to TwitchCon Berlin, if I remember correctly. Gonna lead this turn as a bluff. Nice. 250 bucks on the line here, guys. Pair and a flush draw? I mean, it would be pretty hard for him to have a king here because kings are played more aggressively pre. That doesn't mean that he can't still call with a 6 or a tray. Plus, we have this amazing combo draw, so I don't think we bluff. Be really sad if he turned up with a 7 now. I take it. 5 of spades on the river. Ooh. All right, king, queen. We are going to limp trap this one. We're calling a shove, of course. King high for the win. Yeah, boy. Counterfeited on the turn. Love to see it. All right. For the 250, gang. Come on. Let's do it. Let's hope for the boys. And the girls. Hey. That's what I get. That's what I get for using gendered language.
Actually, if only there was
Yo,
someone
show me
that
the money. What's
was
up?
was
Good
an
to see
expert
you.
at Sub 25 big blind.
Welcome to the stream.
That's what you sound like. That's your voice.
Ace King suited. Gotta grind him back down here. Grind him back down. Nick hasn't rated Pi in a long time. It's about time he does. Pi has to do a stream for me to rate him. All right, we got him down to sub 6 big blinds again. We played PGA 2K25 together. You know what? I actually wouldn't mind playing some PGA on stream. I used to love golf games, man. I think I played like every... I mean, what were the really famous ones back then? All right, he's under 6 big blinds, guys. Can we win it? Please, chat. Chat! Yeah. 48%? Any good? We had him all in for the win twice, and then we busted with 48% equity. To be fair, guys, to be fair, we have played and won a lot of our 10Xs recently. Those are really big moments, you know. It's not a big deal. It's not the end of the world, but, you know, those big multipliers are a very nice way of upping the situation. Moses is asking, am I playing with a HUD? So I have the capability of playing with a heads-up display. I don't currently have one activated. So hand to note does allow you to build one in. I am planning on installing the Team Bus heads-up display into my database. However, I probably will not end up using it except for perhaps my own analysis of my own play. So the cool thing about a heads-up display in particular that's been built by proper spin players is it very rapidly identifies the areas of your game where your frequencies deviate from GTO but at specific stack depths. So it might be the case that we are overfolding, we're overfolding versus ISOs, but we're doing it perfectly at every stack depth except for like 12 big blinds effective or something. And then it's color coded so it shows you that. So I probably will install one before the Spin and Go challenge starts soon. That way I can actually get a snapshot of how I'm playing my game right now and look at those spots before we kick off the challenge. I don't really believe in using HUD's loads while you're in play. If you're playing the same player pool all day long and you're playing against people, like back when I was playing Heads Up Hypers, I was playing the same 5 guys all day, every day. And under those circumstances where you're playing against very good players who are, you know, tracking your play and all that stuff, I think having that information is useful, but you're going to do it mostly in study and not necessarily in play. You might remind yourself about a particular tendency of a guy while you're playing like, 2 tables or 3 tables against that person. But overall, it's something that you use externally and not necessarily like instantly in play. I think people massively overestimate how useful a heads-up display is like over a small sample. For the most part, it's only ever beneficial when you've played against the same person and you have a lot of data on that individual. And even then, by the time you've adjusted for their tendency, it might actually be the case that they were changing that tendency to try and exploit you because they perceived the way that you played in a certain way as well. So it's all a bit, I think being good at poker is actually more about the sort of being really good at poker in the modern age is knowing the GTO and then knowing how to exploit people on the fly, rather than it being like, oh, this guy overfolds small blind versus big blind. Like, as soon as you start adjusting, most players in this day and age kind of already know how to fix that leak anyway. So I don't know. There's more to be said. There's obviously more information than that, but whatever. All right, good game from us. We did actually make a profit in that game anyway. Let's carry on next game. I don't think that was reasonable at all. Hey, thank you very much for the sub. Max 5K. Resubscribe for 2 months, tier 1. Thank you so much. Very kind of you. Croaks wants me to play PGA. Honestly, we might do a gaming stream. I might. You know what? Now that I'm in the new flat, Friday afternoon PGA stream. That makes me really excited. And actually, my computer would crush those graphics as well. We should totally do that. I am inordinately excited about that. Actually, we should definitely do that. Mo says you don't believe in using HUDs and MTTs. So in MTTs, I feel slightly differently, but I echo the same sentiment. So using a heads-up display, especially if you're going to play multiple tables of MTTs, is totally different. So if you want a multi-table SNGs that are 9-handed, 8-handed, whatever, the amount of information that you lose because you've got 5 tables open is like immense, right? It's not the same as playing heads-ups or playing spins where you know who you're playing against and it's a lot of the same spots. So having a heads-up display for MTTs, I think, is very useful, but only in the sense that it's useful where you go, this guy who I've never seen before and I've played like 5 hands with, okay, maybe like 20 hands with, it would appear that he's much tighter than the average person. That's useful information. I think that that's actually really beneficial. Again, very shallow and not something that... My point is that like everyone's like, oh, of course you use a HUD, like that gives you such a massive advantage. It's like, it really doesn't as much as you think. It is an advantage, of course. Absolutely true. You can't say it's not an advantage. Of course it is an advantage. But I think that a lot of people who are uneducated about them, they immediately assume that that's like, oh, insta win. Like like the computer tells you what to do, and that's more often than not, people have the information and then massively misuse it, and probably it becomes a hindrance to their game. Like I know people that have a heads-up display and they use it to convince themselves to do all kinds of stupid shit. If I make this 5. That's 10, that's 16. Does that work? Math is hard. That works. I did move lower. That's why there's all this white empty space behind me. It's a bit weird. It's a bit unusual. PGA 2K25 graphics are such an insane improvement to PGA 2K23 as well. Okay, cool. I'm gonna do it, mate. I'm doing it. We might play some golf tomorrow. But no, yeah. So sorry, going back to what I was saying. MTT. Like if I'm gonna sim play MTTs, I think having a very basic heads-up display open is fine. And I don't feel like that's not in the spirit of the game. If we were playing live poker and you just had one table to pay attention to, you would expect that the average player would go, that guy seems a bit tighter. That woman seems more aggressive. This guy 3-bets a lot. You're not going to pick up on that information when you've got 5 tables open. And I think part of the fun of playing online poker is that you can play lots of tables, right? Not only that, but also if you go and play live poker and you look across the table and you recognize somebody you've played with before, you'll go, I remember how that guy plays, or you might remember how that person plays. When people are like nameless, faceless shapes on the internet, it's not like you're going to encounter this person and go, this guy definitely, oh, like, you know, oh, I remember this guy from 6 months ago. I played 5 hands against them. Like, obviously that might be kind of the true in the same vein, but I think this has got to be a call, guys. The price is so insane in this spot. You know, obviously you will play with people you're not going to remember for sure. That makes sense. But it's more like when you're playing online and there's not a way, you're not looking at a human face. You're not gonna look at an empty avatar with no picture and a number name that's like 577333655 whatever. You're not going to encounter that and then have a fair amount like ability to recognize and remember that person and like, you know, actually have a memory of the way that they played, if that makes sense. So far the stream seems really stable though, right guys? I'm actually not on wired connection right now, so I'm pretty impressed at how quick this is going. We're going out at 4,200 kbps. I've played 2K23 for a while. I haven't popped for 25 yet. This is interesting, guys. We can definitely probably float twice. We are very capped, but I think we actually end up having quite a strong hand in this situation. I'm tempted to call 3 streets here. I am tempted to call 3 streets if he bluffs. This is such a good spot for this player just to blast off and just have air. I mean, the thing is, I don't think they do this with the jack necessarily, which is an important part of the equation. Can we get a king high hero call, guys? What do you think, chat? Nice hand, ace 5. He will have aces that he limps, of course. I haven't bought a golf game in ages now. I used to love playing something back in the day. So, was it Tiger Woods something that I played back in the day? $60. Jonas JP over on YouTube says, where in the world do you find yourself? I live in the United Kingdom. I live on the south coast of England. I live in a little town, a little city called Brighton. They call it London by the Sea. I used to be pretty good at the old golf games too, man. I really, you know, when you hit a shot and it starts to give you like the heartbeat, all that. That ace 5 spot is obviously fair play. The point being in that situation though that it's a really good run out for them to blast because we just won't have an ace there like ever. No, it's not like that at all, Raksha. The golf with friends thing is frantic. And it's a bit janky actually. This is very like you're in the meadows. And obviously all the camera work and stuff is like really smooth. Well, chat, we tried. We tried, you guys. We tried. Let's go ahead and give this a big c-bet here. Let's do a big c-bet. It's annoying. I pre-ordered the deluxe John Delano set back in... I pre-ordered the deluxe John Delano set. What? The deluxe John Delano set? John Delano? Whatever his name is, whatever that fake name is. All right, let's open Steam. Let's take a look. I'm actually like inappropriately excited about this. There it is. I gotta update Steam quick. Nick will be saving $60 just not buying one beer in MC. You're not wrong, bro. You're not wrong. It came out at the end of February. Okay, cool. So it's really recent. That makes me even more excited. Okay, we're playing this game. So the other thing is, like, so if this is the PGA branded game, when is the Live Tour coming out with their version? When is Live 2025? The free bar at the players' party will hurt. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, whenever I go to Monte Carlo, I don't end up spending that much on drink anyway. Like, we do have like open bar and stuff at a couple of our events. I don't know, it's just not a place where like I'm super jazzed to get like wasted. Doesn't have that Irish spirit, you know? You want to party with your friends. We can find a float here, guys. We can find a cheeky float. Let's see how he responds on the turn. All right, now we can bluff. No. Now we can bluff. Now we can bluff. This is good. This is good. Yeah, all right. We may have called off with King High just now against this exact player, who I actually really respect. I think this guy is very probably a rag.
Actually, if only there was someone that
we did manage to get that bluff
was
through.
An expert at sub 25.
Something called Overwatch Stadium. Okay, that's interesting.
That's what you sound like. That's your voice.
Will you go to the players' party and not drink? Absolutely, yes. Yeah. What's the point of this challenge, Tom? If we're not gonna do like human stuff. I wasn't aware of your deluxe set. No. I didn't know that John was such a celeb. He has his own pre-order 2K25 deluxe set. Like full skin, hats and everything. My swing is set at master level. One little blip when I go 20 yards off course. What? So I did want to try this other game called Schedule 1. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but it's all about growing weed and stuff. It's about drugs. And while it looks really, really, really fun, I did think to myself that probably streaming games about drugs is not becoming of a PokeStars ambassador. So in that case, PGA Tour 2K25, and it's only gonna set me back 50 quid. Okay, I think as a test of the new system, I should try and download this while we're on stream and see how the stability goes. Ooh, 15% off? Deluxe Edition. Okay, before I buy this, Croaks, is the Deluxe Edition worth it? Because I can get the Deluxe Edition. I can get the Legends Edition for $89.24, or the Deluxe Edition for $89.99. Special offer ends in 2 hours. Human stuff, I don't understand the concept. What was the wager? Okay, I don't know, Tom. What kind of a wager should we do? Because I'm not gonna lie, mate. I'm locked in. Like I'm not gonna lose the challenge. So I didn't know if we were gonna do a wager at all. I thought it was more like what is it called? I thought we were being more like accountability buddies. If Curtis is in, it's a different story, yeah. There's something called a members pass as well. Sunday red pack, starter pack, extra butter, X Adidas pack, clubhouse pass premium season. Oh my god, what have I gotten myself into? What have I gotten myself into here? Ace King all day. Get there. Get there versus the trays. Absolute audacity of this game. It probably depends how much you'll play it. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like, I'm probably more likely to play this than I am most of the games I've downloaded in the last 2 years. I don't even know what you get, to be fair. Time I bought the deluxe because it gave me 1 week early access. If you get cosmetics, then it's worth it. So, okay, Crooks, let me clarify this for me. Is this like the other sports games now where you gotta like pay for passes and stuff each month? And are there cosmetics and stuff that actually have dollar value, like in the basketball games and all that shit? We can just be accountability buddies if you want, Tom. But like I'm not gonna find this hard. I know that really blows people's minds, but like I honestly don't really drink. I know that sounds stupid, but like on any given day, if I'm just here in Brighton on my own, just doing my thing and just like playing cards and whatever, I legitimately like don't ever think about drinking. Now, if I go to the casino and I'm hanging out with my mates and like they're all like in a party mood, I want to show up for my friends, and then we have a party, and then obviously it gets boozy. Where are we at? The same goes for when we're like on trips and stuff, right? Like we go to a cool venue, everyone's like, oh, nice to meet you, like, oh, like, hey, good to see you again, hey, do you want to have a big party tonight? Yeah, we want to party. And then we go hard, and then I cry because my hangovers are so bad these days. Okay, the member pass is included in the most expensive edition. It's like a battle pass where you earn extra cosmetics. Definitely worth it if you play a bunch. I mean, I'm gonna be into the player creation thing, so that's fine. I'll get the expensive one. King Jack. Fuck off. Okay, we're buying it. Okay, I'm buying this, but not because I want to play video games. It's to test network stability. Okay? I was about to say I'll put it on my business card, but I think that might be a stretch. All right, continue to payment. Oh, I can put this on my PayPal, can I? Nice, I love that. All right, I agree. It's not a present. Oh, to be fair, I've actually been downloading a patch for Vegas Infinite this whole time. Install content. Install. Accept. How big is this download? 27 gig. All right, we're playing golf tomorrow, guys. I'm really in the mood after watching the Masters as well, to be fair.
Actually, if only there was someone that was an expert at sub 25 big blind.
Okay. Hands no opening here. Thank you very much for the follow. That was Moneyless in Brazil. What's up? How you doing today? All good, man. Welcome to the squad. Good to see you. April Fool's was 3 weeks ago. Pi, what? See, Pi of all people should know that. I only ever like party super hard when he's around. Man, you guys are mean. All right, make sure I did this right. Right, okay, I got the deluxe edition. That should be the most expensive one, right? the Legend Edition. Okay, cool. Well, that's the most expensive one. Yeah, so the Legend Edition was 104 and it's down to 89. Okay, cool. Yeah, it must be. Right, heads up already. Let's do it. What are my favorite video games? To be honest, I'm not as much of a gamer as I once was. But like classically, I liked RTS games. I really enjoyed like Command and Conquer. Command and Conquer Generals was something me and my little brother played a lot. I quite like sandbox games. I mean, I don't want to say I was ever like a massive Minecraft fan, but I like the idea of Minecraft. I probably played a lot more like games like Roller Coaster Tycoon and stuff like that was really, really fun for me. I played a bunch of Call of Duty, but I was never really any good. Played a bunch of like Overwatch and some shooters like that. You can take it. You have plenty of disk space. I do actually. Thank you for your concern. In fact, if I open up my, I think I when I built this beast, I had this in mind, gaming in mind. I think the D drive here is pretty substantial here. My substantial D drive. So I've got 10 terabytes on my second D drive, and then I've got 1 terabyte on local. So we got room. The terabytes. You understand terabytes? What's up, Rick Dolph? Finally sent you off to a room with soft white walls. Exactly. They finally locked me up, but I'm happier this way. Spraggy. Oh my god, what's this? Oh, okay, I'll watch that later, Croaks. That looks funny. Player creation is very nicely customizable. You have so many options for creating. Okay, I love that. That takes me back. I had some really cool looking dude. I had some really cool looking dude back in the day. Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 was an all-time go-to game. I mean, yeah, stuff like that I always thought was super fun. I'm going to bluff the river. Bluff the river. Nice. If you guys haven't met Rick Dolph, highly recommend it. He's shit at darts too. Last week they released Tempest Rising, which is Command & Conquer developed by a different developer since EA never relaunches the series. Really? Tempest Rising. You guys are actually just gonna turn me into a full-blown... Oh, I see. That looks cool. Okay, I gotta check that out. I love stuff like that, yeah. Like all the base building and stuff was cool. We need to, you guys are just gonna turn me into a proper game streamer. Poker is cooked now. 5, get the job done. Simplify this equation. Pi also thinks that fillet of fish is top shelf food. He is easily pleased. That's true. I can confirm that is true. Alright, we will be floating the flop here. Show Me the Money says, just get Baldur's Gate 3 and we are done with gaming for the year. I've already got Baldur's Gate 3, mate. We tried to play it on stream the other day. It's a catastrophe. I think it's a brilliant game. I just don't have the brain for it, I'm afraid. It's okay, John. I can see the link. Oh, I need access actually. It's not, that link isn't available to everybody. Alright, I am tempted to turn this hand into a bluff purely because I really do not want my opponent to win with a 5 or a 4. Access denied. See, I do think that this is the kind of game that would be really fun to play with friends online, though. Like in the same way that Spraggy's playing it with the guys. Christopher Pacheco, how's it going? Good to see you. Pacheco. Christopher Pacheco. Ooh, 2 pairs, nice. Christopher Pacheco. Get paid by an 8. Get paid by a 4. Nice. It's supposed to be public. Google doesn't do permissions well. Alright, so I am currently downloading this game, by the way, guys. Which is downloaded pretty fast. So the new internet seems stable, and I'm not wired right now. I don't know if it might be a little bit too soon to be making big, bold claims, but I'm 18% downloaded with this game that was like 30 gig, which I think is pretty good. Has anyone seen the clip of the NBA player Wemby playing footy recently? It is odd. I have not seen that, I'm afraid, no. Wow, big bold lead. Maybe too good for me. So live. So incredibly live. We're going to win our own eventually, guys. Alright, really quick, I just need to do something over here. I don't know why this isn't auto-importing. Oh, here you go. This is why. Here you go. Poker stars. Settings. That's what happened. And now... It's working. The new hand to note. Shiny and new. Anyway, thank you, John. I'll take a look in a bit, buddy. No, I've moved to a new flat. Show me the money. So all this blank white space. This is the new office. I moved to a new place in Brighton. It's a new flat. I've left my old flat behind now. Well, not yet. I'm going to get it done up nice, and then I'm going to rent it. John, so far the internet is actually better than it was in my old place. The one thing that was great about my old place was that it was extremely stable for what it was. This is definitely it's a slightly faster download, but the upload is actually significantly better. And then my old place was wired as well. This is unwired, and the connection going through a few walls here is actually pretty good. You lose very little speed for some reason. I don't know why. Like if I put my phone next to the router, I'm actually getting it faster here on the PC with my booster, better than off the phone, which is pretty unusual. Pie face, yes, that's correct. That's what this move is about. Hey, Full Spin, good to see you, buddy. I meant to send you a picture. I was wearing the Full Spin shirt. I was wearing the Full Spin shirt the other day. I was wearing it on my way to Ireland. Swear to God, every time I size up a bet. You know what? I'm not leaving. He thought it looks a little bit minimalistic. Yeah, it's gonna be sorted out. So I'm at a desk, obviously, but this is not the setup that I'm gonna have in the future. So I'm going to have, so in front of me is this sort of alcove that's like cut into the wall that's got like a bunch of like shelving on it. The alcove itself will be where all the monitors live, and then I'm gonna have a desk that folds down off the wall and forms the actual desk, but the alcove will be part of the desk setting. And then I'm gonna have a space underneath the desk where I'm gonna have all of my cable management hidden. So cable management like this, then the desk on top that folds down, and then when this room wants to be something that's not an office, it'll all fold away nicely and everything will fit back into the alcove, like into the wall. So it's kind of like a recessed battle station kind of thing. Nick Walsh TV, I flew out on Monday. Woot, so excited. Yeah, dude, you should be. We need an outdated calendar, Tom. I think you're right, buddy. You haven't paused at all where you did for me here and there at the old place. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I mean, look, it's no drop frames. Everything's really smooth right now. I'm actually downloading. I'm downloading PGA 2K25 as we speak while I'm doing the stream as well. So it's not like I'm running all the usual stuff too. So seems good. CPU usage right now 2.4%. Irish Open looks so festive. That's a good way to describe it. Everyone was wearing their green hoodies, and everyone looked very festive. I can't say I love the hoodie design this year. It doesn't feel like something you're going to wear outside of the Irish Open. And I feel like whenever all of my Irish friends, they will always somewhat jokingly say to me, stop fetishizing my Irish heritage, right? Which I understand. I actually understand where they're coming from. But then we go to the Irish Open, and then the hoodies are like all green. It's like, it's a little bit on the nose, right? We could do some green accenting instead. Like this one. This was Irish Open. This was Irish Open, but this was kind of more minimalist. John. I like the hat, mate. Alright, let's bomb the turn here. Alright, guess we're going for the whole kit and caboodle. The whole kit and caboodle. Full Spin says, I made a new t-shirt for you. I'll give them to you in Monte Carlo. Hope we can play spin. Perfect, mate. Perfect. I would love that. Let's make some content. I forgot about that imager when I'm not showing. Yeah, that's probably better. Such a likeness. Perfect. Oh, Jamaica. I'm not being funny, but this note says, go! That's what that note says to me. Ace, 2, tree, 4, 5. Alright, I might triple here. Who am I kidding? Of course I'm going to triple. Fucking weird check raise. Yeah, well. Well, mate, you won the min. I was about to blast off. I was gonna blast off. He stole it from me. Whoa. go. That's working now. I haven't swung a golf club since I was a teenager. If I lived near a golf course, I would play more. I think golf is a cool game. I did play as a kid. What would you possibly be check raising here? Don't be actually ridiculous, man. I don't believe you. I do not believe you. I do not believe you. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. How much I miss the normal spin and go, and we only have flash hybrid. I don't know. Okay, I don't have that. That's not my situation. I don't know if that would bother me so much. I like the idea of getting the 2X's out of the way faster and just getting more rewards, but I don't know what that feels like till I've experienced it. I would like the option to choose between the two, though. TK25 is mandatory swing stick for ranked play, so no more 3-click noobs. I have no idea what you guys are talking about, but I cannot wait to discover it. Should we do a session today once it's downloaded? Come on, what is this cold deck? That was some nonsense, mate. We were making the full comeback. Ace King into Ace 10 can fuck off. All right, next game, please. Super tilt game. Yeah, new hand to note's pretty slick, guys. I'm not gonna lie. All right, Jack 9. Let's put in a steal. I recommend playing the game on controller. So if you don't have one, Nick Walsh TV, Amazon Prime. Could you suggest a really good controller that's for like multi-game? Something for PC, obviously, that's gonna work like for different things. Is there one universal controller that's really good these days? Like, is there a Steam controller or something? Every time I size up on these low dry boards, I'm getting fucking raised. Getting pumped! No, thank you. I have played a fair deal of Golden Tee Golf. Put in bars and not arcades. Golden Tee Golf is rad. I wish Golden Tee Golf was... I wish they'd do like a proper like home version. That would be really good. With the rollerball and everything still. There probably is. What am I talking about? Wow, he let me win a pot. Thank you, sir. I feel so naked with nothing behind me, guys. It's a bit weird. I'm gonna have to go get this now and stock y'all's game. Okay, sounds good. The first PC golf game I played was Mean 18. There was, John, what was the name of it? Maybe that's what it was, but there was that, was it called Rebel Golf or something like that? It was like urban golf or something, and it was like the driving range was basically like cars and stuff, and you had to hit the balls like out into traffic, and you get points for like smashing windows and shit. Get the PS5 controller, it works perfect with PC. Use a mouse to swing, no controller makes it too easy. Really? So, okay, are you guys giving me real advice here, or are you just fucking with me because you know how hard it's gonna be? We're calling a shove here if we need to. Alright, chat, wish me luck. I would love to win a pot against this guy, it'd be really, really nice. Ace 5 of spades. So I'm rocking a Razor Head Lance Head. A Razor Lance Head, excuse me. Razor the brand. I think I can dial the sensitivity like on demand. If that makes a difference. Ace 8 of clubs, man. Thing is, it doesn't matter how I play that hand. If I'm either shoving or I'm raising. I think the steal is better, but we can't steal fold. It's just a cold deck. You just have to swallow it. Playing a lot of regs today. All right. It's just not winning any of our own today. What's up, Denvis? The NES golf game went crazy hard. That was fun, yeah. I have a friend who switched to mouse because the controller was too hard for him. I really want to play now. I really want to play. I think it might be golf time, guys. I'm still downloading though, to be fair. I mean, look, I'm in the middle of a stream. I'm on a wireless connection. I'm downloading 30 gig at the same time. Stream seems very stable. And I've downloaded half of this package. I'm exactly 50% of the way downloading TK25 at the same time. I think we're good, guys. I think this new setup is working. As far as tests go, I think that's probably not bad. It's doofus. Two-barrel bluffer. Should we be a three-barrel bluffer is the question now. Should we be a three-barrel bluffer? Well, if you make two pair, it's really fucking easy to call, isn't it? Outrageous behavior. If you make two pair, it becomes very easy to call, doesn't it? I meant the controller makes it easier, the mouse is hard. God damn it. If you go to an electronics store near you, you can go pick up the PS5 DualSense today. Is that what I'm looking for? PS5 DualSense? I've got a there's a CEX around the corner that will probably sell me one secondhand. John has the Death Adder. My goodness, dude. This session has been fine, but it's been a bit boring, don't you think? We are running very, very poorly. We're running rather poorly, if I do say so myself. To be fair, Tom, I do actually like need a controller for other games, probably anyway. Woo! I mean, I think playing a computer game, playing a PC game with a mouse and keyboard is the purest way. Okay, that's fine. We'll just lose this one too. Minda says he wants to stay for the PGA. Okay, well we're 54% downloaded. We'll see how much more poker we can squeeze in. I might just become a pro PGA Tour player instead. For me, the mouse is easier. For John, it's the other way around. Okay, I see. Okay, yeah, you guys are fucking definitely trying to confuse me now. All right, next game. We have a straight draw. This spammer kid seems to be around a lot. What's up, Wix? Good to see you. Shalom. Good call. Good call, sir. I played with the PS5 DualSense. I like the shape, and it's one of the modern ones. Nick Walsh TV. Okay. PGA Golf was originally a console game. I think that's true. Okay, we'll see. We'll see how we go. Shit, I just realized though as well. Oh, I gotta go do something at 6. Okay, we'll see how long this takes to download. CX are selling the controller for the same price as Amazon. All right, cool. That's good to know. The amount of different shot types you can unlock now is nice. That's pretty cool. They have a new Evo swing, which is what they think they call it, Evo swing. Oh my god. I'm really excited about this. So the cool thing about this current connection as well, guys, is it's installed, it's functioning, it seems to be very stable, it's doing what it's supposed to do right now. Fingers crossed that's how it stays. The cool thing about this current setup, though, is technically the service provider guarantees that we are supposed to have like almost double of what we have right now in terms of speed. And the guy that set up the connection basically said to me that, like, he's tested it and he's aware of the fact it's not hitting minimum targets, so he's going to go back to the company and explain that to them, that they can't, like, keep their promise that they give you when you sign up for the contract. So either we keep this connection, which seems fine. We keep this connection and then they charge us less, which is cool, or they actually find a way to boost those numbers and then it's even more powerful than before. But like Brighton is super weird. Like one street over, I have somebody who's downloading like a gig at a time. Like it's lightning fast super fiber, hyper optic or whatever they call it. And over here, like the most I could get on at this address was like 150 down, 25 up or something. John, you quit your job, huh? What's the plan? What's the plan, Real Wix? What do you got planned now? Or are you quitting your job to play PGA Tour 2K25 full time, like me? All right, let's do a Spraggy here. All right, the exact spot where we blasted off last time. The exact spot. Just do one of these for now. Might have saved a few bucks with the min raise. Technically, this is a call. Against a reg, we probably do want to make this call. Yeah, all right, wish me luck, guys. That'll do, that'll do. Sneak in a trap here. Going poker full-time 1-2 stakes. Now I'm joking, working down at my dad's for a bit. Doing accountancy. All right, nice. Good luck with that. Can we win $75 today? Can we win $75 today? I think there actually might even be a value bet here. I think most kings and jacks bet flop bet turn. He can still call us with a 5 or a 3. Even worse, 6s. A leisurely approach. Oh, John. Alright, if he limps, we're going to jam. If he shoves, we're supposed to call. This is fine. Let's just do this. Pretty straightforward here, too. I think this is also a call. Oh, I think we go with it, guys. It's not many bigs, is it? This is also a push. Oh, wow. Getting good. Not bad, not bad. All right, let's check on our download. 72% on the download. Next game, please. $100. All right, this might be how we get in prof for the day, guys. We are on a bit of a downswing. We are running below EV today. I would say that our EV line has taken a bit of a hit here as well, as we've been encountering a lot of cold decks here towards the end of a stream. Which is fine, it's all part of the process. Nothing I think we need to be concerned about or investigate further. I think we're going to start bluffing. We're gonna start bluffing. I think we're gonna keep bluffing. Well, this is a shit run out because it's hard for him to fold a 6 now or whatever. Technically, we're beating 8-9. Technically, we're beating some spade draws. The fact he's checking 9-7 there, I think, is quite interesting. It's quite unexpected, but fair enough. The intention was to probably go really hard on quite a few rivers that are not as super dry and absolutely dreamboat to call with the 9-7. So we found a good slowdown on the river anyway, right? The idea is to try and rep spades, maybe hit a jack or a 10, maybe improve into some straight draws above. We had a cool aggressive idea in our head. Let's try and do it now as well. Let's try another aggressive line here. Oh, good. Do you think that the download is slowed because you're live? I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure how it works exactly. I would imagine probably it had some impact, but you know, I don't know how much we're uploading right now for streaming. Right? I don't know how much upload will affect download, but maybe it's a bandwidth thing. I don't know. I'm not an expert on the matter. Yo, Gergo, how's it going over on YouTube? Good to see you, mates. How you doing today? There's the call. That works. Let's just do this for now. Isolate the Jack 6 is nice. Slight delay on the flush. The casino is so dead now, Nick, it's actually bad. Heads up yesterday for like 2 hours and no one came. It's annoying, mate. Alright, we're just flat here. In position. Love to just connect with the board, that'd be nice. Strange way to play ace queen, but okay. Yeah, well, I understand Wix, mate. I've tried to provide. Look, I mean, look, I'm not Mr. Casino expert, but I've tried my best to provide feedback that I think is valuable and makes sense to me as somebody that works in the industry. And unfortunately, mate, it's not. They just don't care, and they just don't really listen. It's difficult when the industry has been stuck in their ways for so long. Like, for so long they made so much just from casino games, and they didn't really have to do much by way of, like, you know, promotion. People would just be there. In my experience, the days when the card room was the busiest were also the days when the casino was never struggling. I don't mean days specifically, I mean like the times when the card rooms were as busy as they were just really good times for the rest of the casino as well. Wow, nice. If I win this, we'll pay for 2K25. It's a bit despo, guys, honestly. The does feel like we're kind of slowing up here a bit. Fire another game. So back in the days when the back in the days when I was back in the days when I remember the card room in the casinos in Brighton were really booming. It was sort of paired at a time where it was also a time when the rest of the casino was doing so well, but that was at a time when I think we were very heavily promoting the card room situation. And it's difficult to measure, right? You go, if we get 100 cash game players in the door, like, how does that equate to profit for the casino? And it's hard to quantify. And because it's hard, I think that they kind of just started to really let go of the player pool on that side. In the poker sort of sphere. I've tried to provide feedback even in the card room. Manager can't do anything. We know the issues, we just can't do anything, so I'm not sticking around. That's fair, buddy. I think that's probably a good shout. Like, I think ultimately it's not really the card room manager's fault, because they're being given a budget and they have to stick to it. It really is at a much higher, like, management level for sure, and those people are very disconnected from what's happening on the floor most of the time. You'd think maybe one day I could hit a combo draw. To be fair, this is just a flush draw. So the last time we tripled off on an ace-high board, he turns a pair, rivers 2-pair. This time when we slow down on the river, he's actually just got king-high. It's like, where's the justice? Where's the real justice, huh? Possible to win all-ins anymore. The internet does not want us to win all-ins. All right, we're 81% download in our golf game. The card manager has no say in it whatsoever. The old manager, I'd sort of just gave up and was in the casino industry for 20 plus years. They didn't even listen to him. No, I understand. I know that 100%, dude. I know that's the case 100%. I don't blame any of those guys at all. And like, I mean, I say that pretty casually. Like it's not just that I don't blame them. I know that they were 100% on our team, like always. They were always trying to do what was right by us. 100%, dude. We should be back now, guys. It would appear that the network has fluctuated here slightly. That might have to do with the fact we're doing the download at the same time. I'm not actually sure. All right, run out is not the worst, not the best. Complete unknown triples off on this board. I'm just not feeling great about it. You win, sir. So we had one drop there. That is with the download happening at the same time. Which probably is putting some strain on the overall network, but I'm not 100% certain. We're going to try and put in a trap here with the King Jack of Spades. Take a flop. Pretty good flop for King Jack Spades. We are all in. Wish me luck, guys. About 50% equity. No, absolutely no dice with the all-ins today. Absolutely no dice whatsoever. Fair play, nice hand, next game. Say we're probably about 3,000 chips under EV today so far. 125 is nice. Let's take a look. This game would put us at break even for the day, which is understandable. When you're that far under EV, you'd expect to actually be losing more dollars than we have at the moment, so probably running okay overall. Just one of those days, guys. All right, let's find an ISO. Let's get this 125 kicked off aggressive. I accept. What? You're telling me this guy snap checked the turn with a flush. Is that right? In an ISO'd pot. Oh no! The read is spot on. The outcome is absolute nonsense. All right, I'll take it. All right, I'll take it. 1, 2, 5, here we come. Keep it up. We're not going to let him off. We're not letting him off. We're not going to let him off. We're calling a shove. Yeah, Wix, I know that. Well, that's what I'm saying. So apparently on this street, like on this actual street, you can get like up to like 1 gig, but this specific address won't let us. Come on. Come on, guys, we got this. I'm just gonna imagine a world where we win a flip. I'm like really up for that. Yo, BM, what's up? Absolutely atrocious run out, and he checks the river. Can it be any more face up, you guys? It's unreal. We're getting so much value as well. What's up, Nick? It's Brandon. I got here 1 hour early, then I had online meeting at 3 and I forgot to come back. Lol, nice work. Thank you. Appreciate that, dude. I'm going to triple here, guys, if he calls the turn. Oh, we can fold the turn. That's fine, too. This game has been so disgusting for us. Still plenty of time, though. Still plenty of time, chat. We can still get him. Don't you worry about that. Trap? Trap of the century? We got some value on the river. That's always nice. He calls us with 10-8 offsuits. Straight draw any good? Get there, Nick. Make a draw today. How about that? While he snap checks the turn. Come on, queen high for the win. Come on. Queen high hero call on the river. This is the thing is this is the kind of guy that will have like king queen and will still bluff the river. Oh, we're not gonna do it. Just make the draw, Nick, for fuck's sake. Go for like absolute years where I just don't want to flip, don't make a draw. So you're saying there's a chance. Oh, imagine winning a flip. Imagine, guys. It would be so cool. All right, let's take a look at... All right, next game. Let's not moan about it. Let's just play our next game. Probably get one more game in today, and then possibly one round of golf. Ooh, we're almost done, actually. Yeah, cool. So here's the thing, chat. We are probably playing fairly good poker today. It's fairly good. It's not our A game. Maybe a B minus. We're holding our own in the face of adversity. Let's put it that way. However, we are literally not winning any of our all-ins. We are almost 4,000 chips under EV in a single session. We've played 19 games, and if we're 4,000 chips under EV, that means we are 8 buy-ins under expectation in 19 games. 8 buy-ins under expectation in 19 games is pretty hard to be profitable under those circumstances. But that's okay. It's all part of the process. PGA Tour is downloaded. Woo! We've got action with AK. Can we win this all in? No, we can't. Okay. Oh, fuck. Alright, cool. Nice end. Alright, let's see if we can actually just... Let's see if we can just run it in the first place. We'll see how pretty it looks. Why are you limping the button? Your new humble abode is cursed. Don't say that. Don't say that, Wix. Please don't say that. Do some streams on a bench. I do love a Queen High Hero call. You're right.
Actually, if only there was someone.
Thank you very much for the follow.
Was an expert at sub 25 big blind.
Minimum knowledge. Great name. Thank you, Dunbar. Thank you for the resub. Appreciate you. Thank you for the follower goal as well, guys. I don't set those follower goals. I gotta turn that off. It's all random. Like, it's all nice to have goals and stuff, but you know. Alright, aces are a good hand. I'd say aces is probably a pretty good hand in general. If this guy has a 3, he's going to win this pot. If this guy has a 3, he's going to win this pot. I think there's a pretty good chance we just got value from diamonds, to be honest, but there you go. Minimum Knowledge says, hey Nick, always a pleasure to check your content. I'm running under EV 11,000 spins. Have you ever seen something like that? I'm aware that in poker you expect profits over large samples, but how large are the samples in this game? So couple responses to that, mate. So over 11,000 spins to be under EV is probably not completely ridiculous. That does sound like a particularly extended period, but that doesn't necessarily, just because you're under EV, like over that sample, isn't necessarily it doesn't necessarily mean that it's not still going to be a profitable run, if that makes sense. I don't know the specifics of numbers. If you haven't checked it out, though, I would check out a program called Swong Sim, as in Swing Simulator, but it's Swong, S-W-O-N-G, and you can calculate based on your expected chip EV how long your downswing should last for and all that kind of stuff. I think I've heard similar. It's probably not that mad. I'm on a particularly extended downswing as we speak. I'm aware that in poker you expect profits over large samples, but how large are the samples in this game? In spin and goes, it can be extremely large. We might be talking about thousands of games, maybe tens of thousands. All right, chat. Kings are a good hand. Wish me luck. That was a bit of a tilt shove, if I've ever seen one. Jack 5 offsuit. I think that was slightly tilty. Gonna look sharp after you win the Masters in that green jacket. Brandon, no, mate. I never watch any of that stuff. It's not that I'm not interested. It's just like time zones are hard. You know? Oh, you're talking to Tom anyway, sorry. Five. That was cool. That was cool. That was really cool. Check raising with Tray 5 anyway in the first place. All right, what a way to finish, guys. All right, so there you go. Let's take a look at some results for today. As I said, it's not going to be awful, really, in the grand scheme of things. We did run pretty poorly, though. Let's take a look at today's graphage. All right, we managed to actually sneak into a profitable chip EV. Profitable as in a positive number, not profitable as in long-term good results. But we ended up with a chip EV of 26 chips per game. Obviously, a lot of that owing to that last situation. We still ended up miles below EV. This was the number of chips we won. This is the chips we can expect to win with the games that we played thus far. Again, short run, guys. We played 20 games today. Not really that big of a deal. And overall, I'd say it's just another spot. We ended up down $75 today. Being down $75 when we're this far under EV, not ridiculous. Actually, probably we've done quite well there overall. So with that in mind, guys, I'm gonna try and fire. I'm gonna fire it up. I'm just gonna see if this works. Okay, first try. We are going to fire up our new download. We have just downloaded. How is it doing this? What are you doing? What are you doing? There you go. We have just downloaded our new golf game. Let's see what that looks like. See if it melts my computer. All right, so first time ever. Let's take a look. All right, let's do it. All right, I just want to see what it looks like. We're not gonna have time to actually play today, guys. I gotta go in. This is probably a bad spot to have the my face as well, right? Bottom right. You guys are watching me read this, right? I had my phone plugged in this whole time, and it wasn't switched on at the wall, so it's dead for fuck's sake. Alright, I'll have to do this later. Oh, I can do it here, one sec. Tunes, bro. is like shred guitar. Alright, we're in. Okay, mouse and keyboard apparently is most popular. Cheers for the 500 VC, Nick. Exactly, Riport. You never know.
Hello there, and welcome to PGA Tour 2.
You guys are hearing this, right?
My name is John McCarthy, and I'm going to give you a few tips in this lesson about how to swing the club. That's one of the most important parts of this game, so let's get into it.
All right, thank you, mate.
Press and hold your primary mouse button and pull the mouse back while trying to aim for the sweet spot of the swing path target window at the bottom of your swing meter. Then push the mouse forward when the power meter hits that transition target, or the white ring, to hit the ball with your desired power. Now go ahead and land that ball in the target area right there on the driving range.
Okay, I didn't hear that at all. Okay, so it's the red bit up there. Contact perfect. Transition underswing. Okay, a little bit of roll. So I gotta try
Almost there. I know you can do it. Let's give it another try.
Okay, pretty good. Apparently I'm a natural. You guys are all in trouble. So can we play this game together then, John? And Croaks?
And that will do it.
Okay, downswing.
Right, now repeat that same backswing, but this time really try to push the mouse forward smoothly and hit that white sweet spot on the contact target window at the top of your swing meter. So to reiterate, swing path target window is at the bottom of your swing meter.
Okay.
Contact target window at the top of your swing meter. If you want your shot to be the best possible, you got to hit both those target windows.
Okay,
swing
so, okay. Repeat the same bat swing, but this time push the left click forward with a smooth rhythm. Okay. I mean, not being funny. This is expert tier.
Well done. That is what we want to see.
Okay, now we're putting.
Being able to chip well around the green can be a real scorecard saver.
Chipping the ball.
It's very important to choose a good landing spot for your chip so that you give it enough distance.
Remember to
roll
accommodate
into
for
your
the
intended
rollout.
target. Now let's see if we can dial in the right distance and get this chip into that target area.
Okay, how do I like do my zoom? How do I like? There we go. Okay, so. Okay, so I want to go like here. Do like a swing path was perfect apparently.
Okay, that was pretty good, but I think we'll get it on the next one.
You can hover the mouse on the shot meter as well. Oh, right, okay, cool.
Not quite, but I think we'll get it on the next
one.
one.
You can do private games? Okay. Put it there. See, I'm more of a purist, Croaks.
Fantastic work on this lesson.
Okay.
Now let's talk about one of the most important skills you can have on the golf course, and that is how to read the greens. You can see those beads moving on the green from left to right. This tells us that the green breaks to the right, and that means we will need to aim a little bit to the left so that we can use the brake to carry the ball into the hole.
All right.
Now use the left arrow key on the keyboard to aim this putt a little bit to the left and sink it in the cup. Also, worth noting, you can hit that F button on the keyboard to give yourself a putt preview, and that'll give you a sense of how this putt will roll with your current alignment.
Woo!
All right, that wasn't too bad, was it? Glad you got through those lessons. And now we are going to take you over to create your first My Player. There's a whole lot more to explore in here. Can't wait to see what you create in PGA.
Oh, I want to take my time.
And I hope / know I will see you out there on the course real soon.
Can you guys even hear me right now? Type A or type B, huh? Type B. He's my height. He's my weight. Okay. Okay, head. I mean, okay. How do you change the hair? I just want to change the hair. Or is this the only way you can change the hair? Some elf ears. Is this like a really fat version of me, guys? I feel like it could be. There we go. I mean, is this spot on perfect? Okay, I guess so. How do you change his facial hair? Here you go. Okay. Is this just a really fat me? Or is this just me and I just have no self-awareness? Look at that hair flick in the middle. I think the eyebrows are pretty good too. Oh, I don't know, actually, maybe more like that. Alright, I'm taking that one. This music is bopping, you guys. It's a bit of a chunky NMW. I'll take it. I'll take it. Here's the thing. I kind of want him to be a big boy. I'm kind of want to go for like a big boy golfer here. But like also in like when this is the top ranked, you know, golf. When this is like the top ranked 2K25 player, do I want it to look more like me or less like me? Because I know I'm not Mr. Skinny. But am I copping out here? Should I go for more of an accurate Nick Walsh? More of a... I don't think I'm not that. I'm not like that either, though. I would say I might be a 35. I might be a 35. Should I just be an honest 35? Cause could this be me, guys? or okay. Okay, there you go. Thick Walsh. I take it back. Big Deal's got it. We're playing Thick Walsh. That's the name of this guy, Thick Walsh. It's Thick Walsh, baby. I don't know I think the face is pretty good. I think the face is pretty... No! I think the face is pretty good, guys. I think that's pretty good. I think the cheeks are pretty good. The eyes, maybe? The eyes are a little bit close together, I think. Nose is probably alright. The ears are probably... I think Thick Walsh is coming together. Do my eyes sit lower though? I'm not like that. I'm not like that either. Somewhere in the middle. Alright. I think this is thick Walsh, man. Let me just make sure we got the hair right. So it's definitely kind of a quiff situation. It's not like that. Oh, come on, bro, it's not like that. Yeah, we looked at them all. I think this is the closest one. All right. Should we wear some makeup too? I don't. Maybe eyeliner. What color? What color are we going with here? Just to really make your eyes pop. Tone down that muscle depth. It's already on 0. Shit, I gotta run, you guys. I gotta go. All right. We'll work on thick Walsh more, but I think that's pretty good. I think that's pretty good. I can pick an archetype. Okay, I don't know. I don't know what any of this means right now. Strength putting, weakness recovery shots, strength carry distance, swing to. Trying to think what's more like me. I feel like thick Walsh has got to be a powerhouse, right? I feel like thick Walsh has got to be a powerhouse. Does this man look like he's not a powerhouse? Thick Walsh is a powerhouse. Oh. First name Thick, last name Walsh. Okay, nationality. Should we make him from the Isle of Man? Thick Walsh from the Isle of Man. Yes. Yeah, okay. Thick Walsh from the Isle of Man. Alright, Johnson in bed. Technician, when you get to that setting, even though you might be thinking Thick Walsh is a powerhouse, technician is better for the season. Alright, fine. Alright, fine. I'll take that. I'm not that set on it. This is the stream tomorrow, Tom. This is all we're doing. Thick Walsh is born. All right, I gotta go soon, guys. But we'll pick this up tomorrow. We're gonna play this on stream tomorrow. I gotta figure out where I'm supposed to put my face, though. Wait, I get to pick one of these? Oh wow, I got all the packs because I paid extra. Thick Walsh is a man island. Thick mouth Walsh. I did read what you said, Krogs. Okay. Oh mate, look at that guy, beautiful. All right, so I gotta put some of my new swag on before I go. Oh my god. Okay. That's legendary. What is this? What is going on here, chat? Oh my god. Alright, well, I don't even know if I like that. This is your legendary edition of perks, apparently. Okay. Oh, I see what you're saying. You can assign pure. Okay, cool. Gotcha. So, where's my other cool shit? Okay, my player progression. Thick Walsh. So also, how's the audio? Is this really loud for you guys? I could probably turn the music down a little bit. I feel like I'm gonna really like this game. Go pick up a controller for tomorrow. I want to do it with the mouse, Krogs. Alright, I'm not gonna do this right now because I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Okay, I see. Alright, I'll do this tomorrow when I have time. Redneck Rampage. Alright, so before we do anything else... No. They've got a Top Golf setting! Bro, that's unreal. Okay, wait, that's annoying. How do I check my graphic settings? It is good music though. It's very loud. Okay. I'll turn down. How do I adjust the settings? Come on, bro. Okay, how do I do my settings? What is this? Hurry up. Alright, how do I... I don't know how I change my settings. Okay, how do I turn down the effing music? Here you go. Okay, so audio. Okay, is this more reasonable? Is that better, guys? I don't know. Alright, now we're looking at graphics. Okay. Alright, we got it. Alright, controls. No, alright, so how's the audio going, guys? Just before I run. Is this a reasonable level for music? Yes, what do you have to do at 6 p.m.? That might be better. I feel like that's probably a more reasonable volume level. Alright, that should be good for tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow I'm gonna play without delay as well, guys. Alright, I'm not going to go any further. Alright. Alright, guys. Thank you very much for joining me for the first ever session from the new office. I'm feeling really good about this. I do think that momentary blip was because we had a download happening at the same time, but the fact that it ran smoothly apart from that is probably also a very good sign. Tomorrow there will be no delay on stream. We're going to play some 2K25 for the first time. We're going to have some fun with that. I'm actually really excited about that stream. Tomorrow, probably around 2 p.m., I'll let you guys know on social media. Follow me at Nick Walsh TV on the platforms that you guys know and love. I have to run to a meeting now, so I'll see you guys later. But I'll see you guys tomorrow back here for some game streaming in the appropriate category, no delay, and we're going to play some 2K. If you guys want to get involved, I would really love to actually play against some of you guys. If you want to actually do some private matches or something to just learn the ropes, that'd be cool. And yeah, I love you all very much. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Signing off for now, and I'll see you tomorrow, during tomorrow's stream.